Wanna look cool, killing people just like a ninja? Viola here, I'm gonna teach you just how to do that today. Welcome to the first video of the Dagger pair tutorial series. In this video, I'll be covering the basic factors when playing Dagger pair. Then I'll be analyzing some fights and offering some suggestions regarding to how you should be taking each of them. Sit tight and enjoy the lesson. Without further ado, let's begin. Dagger pair is a weapon for those who walk in the shadows. If you're looking for a weapon to brawl, then this isn't the one for you. However, if you're looking to hit your enemy when they are least expecting it, then Dagger pair would be an excellent choice. Since Dagger pair is an assassin's weapon, play it like how it should be. This is the build that I'll be using. All the equipment can be at 4.1 for cost considerations if you're playing in Stalker dungeons, except for the Dagger pair, which has to be at tier 6 to unlock all its skills. Assassin's Spirit is a must-have as it will allow you to build up much needed Q stacks pre-engagement. I recommend using Shadow Age here for the stun for you to land your E, while other Ws like Chain Slash can deal damage. Your enemy has a chance of using any disengagement skills such as Frost Shot and hence forcing you to use additional skills to make up for the distance, making it a poor engagement. Passives don't really matter here since you will not be auto-attacking your enemy as much. I'm using Assassin Jacket and Hylian Hood so as to disengage the enemy easily with invisibility. Other equipments may be used here. Rush on Hunter Shoes is very versatile. It can be used to both engage the enemy by landing a longer stun, or it can be used as a quick getaway with its 120% speed boost. Beef Stew is a go-to option for greater damage, and Poison is usually used to reduce resistances before landing your E. Before you engage, always ensure you have 2 Q stacks on you, if not 3. So as to deal the maximum damage when you go in for the kill. Keep your engages unpredictable and quick so that the enemy has little room to escape from the blow. After the blow, disengage immediately so that enemy has very little time to retaliate. While in most situations, you should aim to disengage as perfectly as you can. There are certain situations where you may choose to continue the engagement to buy time for your defensive cooldowns and to keep the pressure on your enemies. This judgment call will have to be made based on your own experiences. Some examples could be when your enemy just use all their offensive skills, when they are on the run and can't turn back on you, or when you're facing off on a kiting build playing too aggressively. Our first fight here will show you just that. As always, remember to eat your food before you start the fight. Our first enemy wields a Warbow. He's wearing Mage Cowl, Assassin Jacket and Soldier Boots. Mage Cowl is just a DPS option which you do not need to give too much attention to. What you do have to pay attention to is the Q skill he is using as well as his other disengaging options. You should expect him to be using First Shot on his second W. In total, he should have 3 skills that enable him to disengage from you. Hence, this fight will be testing your ability to engage him well in order to land your E. Though I could easily finish him off with auto attacks here, remember that he is playing a kiting build. Avoid playing into his strength and don't be greedy for the kill. After multiple bad engagements, I decided to leave some space in between us so as to avoid playing into his strength. As he came back to me, I already know I won't be able to outrun him here. Since he can't burst me down, I turned on him here, and while his E hits me here, it was dealing minimal damage since I was so close to him. This will be one of the rare situations where you can consider staying close to your enemy rather than immediately and disengaging. With another good disengage here, I was set to win the fight since he just used most of his disengage skills to get away from me, while my W was still available. The second fight I have here is against a bow. Looking at his build, he has sustained from Mercenary Jacket together with ramping DPS from the bow. Hence, you should definitely not stay longer than you need to. This fight tests your disengaging skills especially. I'm using Hylian Shoes and Chain Slash as the alternatives that others may be considering for a Dagger pair to show you their flaws. Hylian Shoes is too predictable and can be countered easily with knockback or disengage skills. Chain Slash can be countered as well since the enemy is not stunned. As such, they are just not that good for engaging. Right off the bat, I was hit with the slow and already lost 30% of my HP. Though I used my Hylian Shoes to engage, you can see here that he easily got away with a frost shot, forcing me to retreat. It was only because of his mistake here, using his frost shot too early, that I managed to land my E, and that won the fight for me. If you're still watching, just know that you're awesome for staying awake so far in my lessons. The last fight is against a Daybreaker, a spear with a perch on his E. With my recommended playstyle, you should have no problems against his defensives, despite his shield and purges. What you really should be careful of is his W. If he is using Reflect, always ensure to stun him first before using your E, or he will reflect your E back at you. Aside from that, dodge his E as much as you can while avoid engaging him when he has Royal March active, as that reduces your damage. Aside from that, just rotate your disengage properly and there shouldn't be any issue. With that, I'll just let you enjoy the fight. Okay, I hope you liked the video. As always, leave a like to show your support, comment what build you will use, and subscribe for more classes. Class is dismissed. See you next time.